10 or 15 years ago, National Geographic made a pretty epic documentary about persistence hunting in the Kalahari.
The chase has lasted 8 hours. Hunter and hunted are both at the end of their strength.
Ever since then, if not before, this kind of image has been burned into our collective imagination.
You get rid of the shoes, you get rid of the stress, you get rid of the injuries and the ailments.
And body is just flowing. And that phenomenon occurs partly because we actually have a huge number of adaptations that make us so good at it.
Like a lot of people, I was captivated by indigenous runners and started barefoot running. I read the books, listened to the talks, studied the forum. I was inspired by amazing humans like Kipchoge. So inevitably, I started to wonder, is persistence hunting even real? Do people still do it? More importantly, can I do it? How can I find these people? How can I train? I did a lot of research, a lot of running, a lot of experimentation with strength and endurance, heat and cold and metabolism. And finally, I decided to go to the Kalahari. Apart from my own personal curiosity, I think in essence I was driven by the question of how far have we strayed from our ancestors, from our past? Are we too far gone? We live in this strange time when AI and brain implants and genetic engineering are transforming what it means to be human. But at the same time, the world's last hunter-gatherers are still living in almost the same way as the first Homo sapiens, with hundreds of thousands of years of unbroken tradition. So I took as many trips as I could afford out into the bush. I did a lot of hunting, a lot of tracking, and finally I found a group of people still doing persistence hunting. And I put myself to the test. Persistence hunting requires strength and endurance, but it's not just a physical feat. It involves careful observation, teamwork, and encyclopedic knowledge of animal movement. The ability to understand the tracks, the scat, the broken twigs, and trampled grass, to interpret their meaning in an instant, and keep a steady pace. After many hours in the hot sun without food or water, hunters often fall into a kind of trance, where even when the track is lost, they can sense where the animal went. They say they can feel its movement inside of them. They enter into its spirit. This ability to move past ourselves, past not just our perceived physiological limitations, but past our individual, psychological, and even spiritual limits as well. This is what makes us human. It might sound abstract or esoteric, but it's a cold, hard fact. The proof is in the kill, in the fact that your family and tribe can eat. If our ancestors weren't capable of doing this, we wouldn't be here today. As far as I know, this is only the third time a successful persistence hunt has been documented on camera. And I think it's a world first for an outsider. Proof that persistence hunting is possible. We still have it in us. But this isn't about me. It's not about what I can or can't do. It's about human nature, human potential. It's about cutting away all of the noise, all the bullshit, and finding something pure and essential deep inside of us. That's why in September 2024, we're organizing an event in the Kalahari. 7 days to live and learn and run with the last remaining persistence hunters. To help keep the most basic of human traditions alive.